and everyone that had the patience to make this fight happen. I believe that this fight, not only for Devin, is the right fight, the right next fight, but it's the right next fight for Jojo. Me and Jojo got a chance to talk, and Jojo's a man of his word. I think that, you know, things got a little bit shaky. We got a little bit worried, but you know, all in all, the fight is happening. As far as Mr. Diaz, you know, he's a great man. You know, he's saying different suit, same thing that he said with Jorge Linares, though. You know what I mean? He came and said that they were going to do the same thing that he's saying with Jojo. The experience, I think we have to count Devin for all the experience that he did get in that fight against Jorge Linares. Tremendous fighter. And come December 4th, now we have Jojo Diaz. Just another step in the legacy of one of the best fighters in the world, in Devin Haney.
This fight probably took maybe a week or two longer to make than we hoped. You know, we saw the stuff back and forward on social media, and then it died down a little bit, and then we got it made. Only 4 weeks this Saturday, this fight. You confident of Devin's preparation? Or obviously he knew that he was always fighting in December as well, but sometimes difficult for a fighter to get dialed in without that opponent confirmed. But happy with his preparation and believe he's going to make a big statement at the MGM Grand on December 4th.
Well, ironically, Devin is the champion, but in this particular case, he's the one that's hunting. He's been hunting for Jojo Diaz. We were under the assumption that Jojo, when he fought against Javier Fortuna, that he was going to be Devin's mandatory. So we've been preparing for him. We're not underprepared by any scope. 4 weeks, we've been preparing for, you know, since he was to become the mandatory. So we're ready for Jojo Diaz, and we hope that he's ready as well, because Devin is going to come. You know, I mean, you saw round one, he was ready for Jorge Linares. We expect Jojo to come round one, because Devin is going to be there from round 1 to round 12. And I don't think that it's going to go that. I think that he's going to stop Jojo and put on a hell of a performance doing it.
Jojo, welcome, and thank you so much for taking this opportunity. You said you'd take it when the Ryan Garcia fight fell through. You said you'd sign. You did sign. Opportunity for you December 4th live on DAZN to become a 3-weight world champion. Massive opportunity. You ready to take this chance?
Oh, absolutely, man. First off, I want to thank God for, you know, giving me this opportunity to actually live the dream that I've been dreaming about ever since I was 13, man. To be fighting a main event here in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand, especially for a world title, WBC, a green belt. I've been dreaming about this moment ever since I was a little kid, man. And for me to actually be living in this present and living in this moment, I'm just very thankful. So I want to give a shout out to God for that. I want to thank Golden Boy, MTK, my advisors, Eddie Hearn, DAZN, Devin Haney for actually accepting the fight as well and making this shit happen. This is going to be a tremendous night of an action-packed fight. I know that Devin Haney is a really, really skilled, elusive fighter, but I'm a dog, and I'm a type of person that has already been in there and dealt with the experience and dealt with that adversity, where I know where it is to be killed or you get killed. And I'm just going to go out there and just do what I got to do to become victorious, no matter what it takes. If he wants to, you know, try to box, I'm just going to hunt his ass down. If he wants to come and bang, then I'm just going to bang it out as well. Whatever he wants to bring to the table, I'm going to bring it.
I heard you in an interview over there saying that, you know, you're not Jorge Linares. You know, that was an older fighter. You're a fresh fighter that's in his prime as well. Is that what it's all about against Devin Haney, taking him into deep waters? There seems to be, because he hasn't been in those kind of fights yet, the doubt of whether he can swim in those waters. Is that your intention, to make it very uncomfortable for him on that night and to rip that belt off his waist?
Absolutely, but it's not just that. It's just I feel like I'm at my prime. I feel like I've already took all the steps I needed to take to be at this point in my life and in my career, as far as, you know, taking fights with Andrew Cancio, Rene Alvarado, Jesus Rojas, Tevin Farmer, Gary Russell Jr., Javier Fortuna. I already fought those top-tier contenders. I feel like Devin Haney, he's a young fighter, and he's a hungry fighter, and he has a lot of experience, and he has a lot of, you know, ego to him, where he wants to go out and put on tough challenges. But I just feel like he doesn't have the experience that I have, and I feel like that's going to be the key factor to my victory come December 4th.
Do you feel like he has the toughness?
We'll see.
Devin, welcome. I know, like I said to your dad, absolutely all comers were welcome in December. You two have been goading each other on social media. finally you got the deal done. I know you respect Jojo Diaz as a fighter, but you feel this is the perfect fight at the perfect time for you to showcase to the world that you are the best lightweight on the planet.
Yeah, first off, I want to, thank God. I want to thank my dad, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, The Zone, my whole team. I've been preparing for this fight for a while now. I'm so thankful that the fight finally came, and I just can't wait to, show Jojo Diaz that, he could be a dog, but at the end of the day, skills pay the bills. And if that's his only approach to that, he's going to dog me. Come on, I've been seeing that my whole career. So if that's your plan A, and you feel like that I'm just going to let you dog me, and that's how you're going to stop me, it's going to be a long night.
There seems to be still doubt from the players in the division about how good and how tough you are. You showed against Linares tremendous skill. You come through slight adversity in that fight as well. Does it get you back up that you feel like you have to prove to these people? Tio's been outspoken. He thinks that, there's question marks over you. I know Jojo's been outspoken as well. But these fights are the fights that you need to showcase that. Linares was the first step of that, and I feel like this is the perfect fight for you to show the world.
At the end of the day, I don't feel like it is really any doubt with these guys with me, because at the end of the day, none of them are in a rush to fight me. Jojo Diaz wasn't in a rush to fight me. I feel like we had to corner him to make him take the fight, and all these other guys the same thing. They know my skill set. They know how much I bring to the table. And if Jojo didn't take this fight, the world would have known what it really was. And come December 4th, they're gonna see.
I know a lot of people talking about Devin Haney against Teofimo, obviously back-to-back on DAZN as well, but there's always the chance of overlooking a great fighter like Jojo Diaz. That's not going to happen with you on December 4th. You're fully focused on this opportunity. Of course, everyone's talking about these super fights in the division, but I guess we all feel this is a super fight within the division.
Of course, I can't overlook Jojo Diaz. I know that he's going to come to fight. I mean, he's telling us that he's coming there to try to dog me out. And I don't want to make it through this press conference without telling him, thank you for taking the fight. Thank you for stepping up, because most of these guys wouldn't step up. So I appreciate that. And I just can't wait. This is going to be a great fight. Jojo Diaz is a dog. He's shown that. He's proven. I do feel like he is in the prime of his career. So it won't take nothing away from my victory when I win.
We know he's aggressive. We know he's a dog, as you say, but you feel like that will suit you down to the ground. And Bill talks about he believes you'll end this fight inside the distance. Is that the statement that you want to make on December 4th?
At the end of the day, skills pay the bills. I've been seeing guys come at me and try to do everything they can to win for forever now. I've always been a slick boxer, always had skills, so I done seen it, over and over, time and time again. So I do feel like his style will be, tailor-made for me. There's nothing that he can do to win. He can't outbox me. I will show him that he can't outbang me. I have the size advantage. I have everything, all the tools to win, which I am not doubting him. I know that he's going to come in there and try to do everything that he can to win, but I just feel like there's nothing that he can do.
Jojo, is that the only way to win, to outdog this guy? I mean, he's very, very skillful. Is that a bad idea for you to go in there and try and outbox this young man?
Well, when I say outdog, it's not just, just throwing punches and stuff like that. I got all the skills and I got all the resume in the back of my mind too, and in the back of my career. I mean, I'm a 2012 Olympian. I've fought all these tough fighters already, so it's not that I'm just the type of fighter that's just gonna bang it out. I'm not just gonna throw punches just to throw punches.
When you say,
I'm gonna break your ass down.
Okay, when you say experience,
I'm gonna break your ass down, bro. I'm gonna eat your ass alive. So just be ready, bro.
It sounds good.
So just be ready.
But
just be ready.
No, I really want to ask you a real question. When you say experience, who have you fought like me that has a style similar to me?
Whoever you fought that's like me.
I'm not saying experience. You're the one saying experience. I told you on paper you're my toughest test, but you said that you have more experience than me. Who have you fought like Devin Haney?
I'm not talking about that, bro. I'm talking about
all right.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about everything that I've been through as far.
How you guys doing? Jojo Diaz momentarily is having a Zoom call in lead up to his December 4th fight, defending his WBC interim title to unify WBC titles with Devin Haney. A fight that wasn't supposed to happen, was supposed to be Jojo Diaz versus Ryan Garcia. And this Zoom call is starting right now, it seems. Let's see here. Yeah, we're starting soon. Like now. All my microphones, everything's muted. Good, good, good. Good. So yeah, man, what's up? What's up with y'all, man? Missed you dudes. You guys all right with me? So yeah, I'm pumping out a lot of videos, man. And you know what? I did 3 other videos that I'm uploading. Here's what I've been doing. I've been trying something new so I don't burn out. I'm starting my days normally at about 4 or 5 a.m. You know, check some emails, bullshit around for an hour. Then I go back to sleep about 7:15. And then I'm up out the bed at like 11. And I've been feeling great. 4:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm T-Street Controversy with Fight View 360. Me, honestly, I'm on the fence. This is Devin Haney's toughest test. You know, and if Jorge Linares was able to crack him, then, you know, I think Jojo got a chance. But if Devin Haney boxes and not try to prove himself, try to show the dog like he did with Jorge Linares, he should be all right. If he boxes. You see what I'm saying? Devin Haney, 26-0 with 15 KOs. Last fights, Jorge Linares, Yurkis Gamboa, Alfredo Santiago Zier, Abdullayev, WBC champion. I really wanted to see him versus Lomachenko, but Lomachenko's team lobbied for and asked the WBC to make Loma franchise champion, so we couldn't get to see this fight. Jojo Diaz, 32-2-1 with 15 KOs, now competing at 135 pounds, significant fights. Gary Russell Jr., Tevin Farmer, Rakhimov, Javier Fortuna. I don't remember who won the Rakhimov fight. I don't remember how I called that. I did cover it, though. I remember because Jojo Diaz had the blood tears running down his eye. So, yeah, we're waiting for Jojo Diaz to join the Zoom call here. And, yeah, so far, no undercard has been announced. I can't even think off the top of my head who may even be on
Sorry
the
about
undercard.
that. Went to go grab some water.
So, yeah, what's going on?
Hold on 1 second.
But yeah, 135 is all over the place, man. You know, in a perfect world, the winner of Lopez versus Kambosos, which is next week, by the way, should fight the winner of Devin Haney, Jojo Diaz. And then if somebody wants to make some money, you know, like they do, then fight Ryan Garcia after. I think Ryan Garcia need to go back to the end of the line like he's bullshitting around, mental health or not. Or Tank Davis, you know, but it's a shame when you talk about Tank Davis, or at least I know when I talk about Tank Davis facing out of the PBC, maybe with the promotion stable fighters, I don't feel confident because I would love to see Devin Haney, Jojo Diaz winner versus Tank Davis, or Lopez versus Kambosos versus Tank Davis, but I don't feel it's going to happen. Lomachenko is taking on Richard
Okay, it
Coleman.
works. You can go back to mute, Marilyn.
Lomachenko is taking on Richard Comey. What is it? What's the date for that fight? Again, I forgot. It's in December, like the second week of December or so. And don't be surprised if the winner of that becomes the mandatory, the WBO mandatory. I won't be surprised. You know, they're in cahoots, top rank. And who else is in a division of note? Rivera's there, but not yet. He's been fighting on PBC Showtime cards, dressing up like Muhammad Ali. He's not there yet. But if we were to talk about the top 5 135-pounders, in my opinion, championships or not, Teofimo, interesting. Who's number 2? This is my list. Teofimo, Lopez, Tank Davis. Tio Lopez Tank, Devin Jojo.
All right, everyone. Looks like we have Jojo on the line. Jojo, can you hear us?
Yeah, you guys, can you guys hear me?
Yes, you sound a little out of connection. Do you want to put your video on, or do you want to keep it on audio?
Which is best? Can we just do audio? Is that fine?
Audio is fine. We can just do audio.
Okay.
All right. Just want to go over the rules really, really quick. If you want to ask a question for Jojo, please raise your hand and I will request to unmute you. You can ask at most 2 questions and then we will move on. Not everyone is going to get a chance to ask a question, but I will record the session and a video. Hold on.
Come on, Jojo, get it
Jojo,
together.
I'm going to mute you right now while we wait for everyone to populate, okay?
So yeah, this is live. Jojo Diaz is on the line. He's going to be audio only for his December the 4th fight, unifying their WBC titles, inner unification of organizations, the WBC title and the WBC interim title.
Okay. Jojo, please unmute yourself. Let's start. All right. First, I want to thank you for joining us today. It's a great opportunity to have Jojo. And before we get
Come on,
Jojo
Jojo.
and a few words from him, I'd like to introduce Oscar De La Hoya, Chairman and CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, to say a few words. Go ahead, Oscar.
Y'all see Oscar? Oscar ain't here. I think this number down here is
I
supposed to be
believe you're
Oscar.
on mute, Marilyn. There you go.
We at Golden Boy are very excited to showcase
Recording in progress.
What is the best lightweight matchup that can take place now. We feel strongly that Jojo is more than ready. He is prepared. He is focused. His last fight was an amazing showing of what a true champion is all about. Not only did he display power, but the speed, the intelligence, the IQ was through the roof. I'm very proud that he will be fighting another great world champion in Devin Haney. Like I said in boxing before, styles make fights, and Jojo has the perfect style, the perfect mentality to upset and beat the great world champion that Devin Haney is. So, without any further ado, I would like to introduce to you, with a record of 32-1 and 15 knockouts, that is Jojo Diaz. Jojo.
Jojo, you're on mute.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Yes.
Yes, we can.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? Thank you, Oscar, for the introduction. This is a really, really big fight, December 4th, live in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand on DAZN. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been having a really, really tremendous training camp. I just feel like at 135 pounds, man, I am someone to be reckoned with, and I'm very, very dangerous at this weight. My preparation has been phenomenal, both physically and mentally. I'm ready, and I'm prepared for this moment in my life. I feel like this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm not going to take it for granted. Devin Haney is one hell of a fighter. Don't get me wrong. He has great tools and he has great boxing skills, but so do I. I'm a 2012 Olympian. I'm a two-weight division champion. I've fought multiple guys already that have had experience inside the professional ranks. And I just know that all that is just going to take toll and showcase come December 4th. And I'm really looking forward to putting on a great performance, not only for myself and for my family and for my son, but also for all the fight fans. And come December 4th, I will be crowned a new champion.
Thank you so much for that, Jojo. Let's get the Q&A started. First off, let's take a question from Tom Ward from Give Me Sport. Go ahead, Tom, you can unmute yourself.
Hi, Jojo. Tom of Give Me Sport here. Devin's come out and said that, he said that you weren't in a rush to fight him. I just wondered if you could give a response to that, please.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Golden Boy Promotions and my advisors, MTK, they're looking out for my best interest. And we wanted to, make a fight happen between Ryan Garcia because it's two Mexican-American fighters. And we're planning to have it at the Staples Center. So it would have been a really, really exciting fight and a fan-friendly fight for the fight fans out here in LA. I mean, we're both out here in LA, so it would, projected a lot of eyes, and it was something that I was looking forward to. But I'm the type of person that never ever doubted anybody, and never to shy away from Oscar De La Hoya, give me the Devin Haney fight, give me the Ryan Garcia fight. So I was already pushing for both of those fights. I just wanted to, make the best fight for myself, and whatever opportunity created that was big for my moment, I really had to capitalize. So now that, unfortunately, Ryan Garcia ended up pulling out due to a hand injury, Devin Haney was right on the list, and he was the next victim. And I'm glad that he was able to, accept the fight, and we all went on and agreed on terms. And here we are now. We're going to be fighting December 4th.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Jeremy from Fansided.
Hi, Jojo. Thank you for taking the time to talk. I'm kind of curious, when we talked before the Fortuna fight, you were talking about moving up in weight and kind of seeing how it feels. What is the difference that you're feeling as a lightweight as compared to a junior lightweight?
My strength, and not only my strength, but my endurance. I feel like at 130 pounds, I was, depleting my body, depleting my muscles, and not only that, just taking a lot out by trying to make that weight. I feel like now I don't have to, deplete myself. I don't have to, lose that extra 5 pounds, where my body is more relaxed and more comfortable at this weight. And I feel a lot more energized. I feel a lot more stronger. I feel like my speed, my reaction time in there is just, snappy and very, very crispy. And I felt that with the Javier Fortuna fight. It was my first fight at 135 pounds. I felt good. I know that I had to improve what I did improve in this camp. And now I know that my last fight was, probably one of my best performances in my career. But come December 4th, you guys are going to see a very, very exciting and different transformation type of fighter in Jojo Diaz. And I'm really looking forward to putting on a great performance.
As a southpaw, you're used to fighting conventional stance fighters. How do you think you utilize that in a manner that could be advantageous to you against Devin Haney?
Devin Haney, he's fought some southpaws in his career. I feel like some of those southpaws, they're not on my level, but they gave him a little bit of struggles, and it's just all depending on just different footworks and different strategies. Every southpaw and every fighter is different, depending on the punches that they throw and how they set them up. And I feel like my arsenal that I have and my intelligence that I have inside that ring is going to be beneficial, and being a southpaw is just adding to it. And I feel like I'm going to be able to create a lot of angles, land good combinations, and that's shots that Devin Haney hasn't seen before.
Thank you for that. As a reminder, if you want to ask a question, go ahead and raise your hand and I'll allow you to unmute yourself. The next question is coming from Ismail Abdul Salam from Beats Boxing Mayhem. Go ahead, Ismail, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Thank you. Jojo, first question for you is, there's been a lot of talk with Devin Haney about his durability after his last fight with Jorge Linares, where he was stunned a little bit later in the fight. From the fighter's perspective, do you agree with that? Do you see him as having potential chin issues, or do you think it was just a case of him being lax because he was doing so well early in the fight?
You know what? I gotta see come fight night. I mean, every fight is different, and I mean, every fighter is human. So at any given time in the sport of boxing, people are going to get hurt if they get caught with the flesh shot. And Devin Haney, he got caught with the extremely flesh shot where it was able to, you know, wobble him and use Linares. But with me, I feel like I'm a younger and hungrier fighter, and I feel like I'm at my prime other than Linares. And when I do have Devin Haney hurt, it's going to be something different where I'm going to actually go for the kill and get him out of there.
Okay. And last question I have is that there is animosity coming into this fight. You as a fighter, do you do better when you have that animosity against an opponent, or does it make it more challenging to stay controlled when you want to get at this guy so badly?
You know what? At the end of the day, boxing is all about keeping your composure. I've learned that throughout the years, that you always have to keep your composure and always got to remain calm. But of course, it's more motivating, and it makes me train a lot more harder, and it makes me want to, you know, showcase to people that that I'm this type of fighter that I could beat Devin Haney. So I've been training, and it just motivated me the most, knowing that he's been talking all this shit, been talking all this crap like I ain't nothing. So I've been busting my ass day in and day out, and I know going into the fight, I'm gonna have a lot of anger, and I'm gonna have a lot of, you know, hatred towards him for fight night, and it's gonna all showcase because I'm gonna execute my game plan very, very properly, but smart about it.
Thank you. Next up, let's take Cole Winston from Boxing World Weekly. Go ahead, Cole, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Which obviously ended in a draw. What adjustments did you need to make for this fight?
Cole, go ahead and re-ask your question. We can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. The last time you faced someone of Haney's size, it was Rakhimov, which obviously that one ended in a draw. So is there any adjustments that you need to make for this one?
Not no adjustments. I just feel like my body is gonna be at its best come fight night. I mean, with the Rakhimov fight, I was a lot stronger in there for the early rounds, about for 5-6 rounds, but then my body just gave out on me due to me, you know, cutting weight and trying to make that weight. I fainted a couple times the day before, and my body just wasn't functioning and wasn't able to do what I'm capable of doing. But for this fight, my weight is perfectly fine. I'm about 6 to 7 pounds out right now, 3 weeks out. And it's going to just, you know, my body's going to be a lot more. I'm going to be able to perform my best. I'm fine.
Awesome. And last question. What do you think Haney possesses that you're going to need to be aware of on fight night?
Just his, I think he's an overall, you know, technical, smart fighter. He likes to be very, very defensive. But I'm going to go out there and showcase to everybody that I'm able to break through his defensiveness. I'm very, very sharp, and I'm very, very, you know, compact with my punches, and I don't throw any unnecessary punches. I throw punches that are very, very meaningful, and punches that I know that are going to land and that are going to be effective. And that's going to showcase December 4th.
Thank you, Cole. Go ahead and mute yourself. I think the next question we have from Michael Rueda, 26 Sports. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Michael.
Thank you. Hey, Jojo, how's it going? Couple questions. First, obviously, this is a main event for you in Vegas. I know the times we've spoke before, you've always talked about how you've wanted your career to go. Having the main event at the MGM, you know, aside from the fight and everything, how does that feel just for you as a person and as where your career has gone?
Oh man, it feels amazing. It feels like I finally made it to the point that I wanted to in my career, and I know that it's so critical right now that I have to, you know, cover all the bases. That's why I know that this is the moment that I've been praying for and that I've been wishing upon. And now that I've been given this opportunity and for it to finally materialize, I'm taking full advantage of it, man. I'm grasping the moment. I'm embracing it. I'm cherishing every single moment of this opportunity, because I know that this is all just going to be temporary, man. So I got to just embrace it and just have fun with it and just know that this is everything I prayed for. So I'm very, very thankful. I thank God for blessing me with this opportunity. I thank, you know, Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, and all them for believing me. My advisors, MTK, for them believing me as well. And I'm, like I said, I'm 110% ready for this fight, both physically and mentally, because I'm well prepared, and I know I already been through everything that I needed to experience inside my career, both inside and outside the ring, to be where I'm at today. So I'm looking forward to it.
And then last question, your resume is full of fighters that a lot of people avoided or never even tried to get in the ring with, which has garnered you a lot of respect. Do you think that also makes it easier for you to fight someone like Haney, seeing the fact that you fought a Tevin Farmer, a Gary Russell Jr., who both were extremely avoided? Did that make it a lot easier for you to say, yeah, to take this fight with Haney?
Absolutely, because I know the back of my mind what type of person and what type of fighter I am, and what type of skill level I possess. And none of these guys aren't any more special than I am. I have a God-given talent, and my work ethic is incredible. So no matter what or how dangerous or how fearful a fighter is, I want to take on those challenges, because I know what type of fighter and what type of person I am. So I'm always wanting to go out and take on the toughest challenges, because I know that once it's all said and done, once my career is all over, I'm gonna look back at it and know that I didn't avoid or I didn't dodge or duck anybody to make it to the top. I challenged the best and I beat the best to be where I'm at, and that's where I want to leave my legacy.
Thank you, man, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Up next, I believe we have a follow-up question from Tom Ward from Give Me Sport. Go ahead, Tom, unmute yourself.
Hey, Jojo. I just wanted to ask you, when you come through this fight, who do you want next? You spoke a little bit about Ryan Garcia. Is that a fight that you want?
Hold on, Jojo. I believe you are on mute.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, there. We can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man. I really can't rely on Ryan Garcia. He's in the past already in his career. He's already pulled out multiple times, so he's not reliable, man. So we trusted in him, and we thought that fight was already finalized, and we thought it was already going to be made. And then he came up with this injury. So I don't know if I could, I don't know if I would be willing to actually take the time to accept the fight and then have to go through all this process again and then him end up pulling out again. So I'll have to talk to my team. I'll have to talk to Golden Boy and MTK and just, see what the best fight is for myself. I want to just put on the best exciting fights. So after I beat Devin Haney, I mean, I would love to, challenge Gervonta Tank Davis, because I feel like that fight right there will be a very fun, fan-friendly fight and an action-packed fight, a fight that is going to be an all-out war. So that's something that I'm looking forward to, and that's something that is in my mind, a fight with Gervonta Davis. I might just, if things make sense and if we see that Ryan Garcia is, not playing these games anymore and is really committed to the sport of boxing, then maybe, we'll take on the challenge.
Thank you so much, Tom. Up next, we have Miguel Maravilla from Fight News. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Miguel.
Hey, Jojo, what's up, man? First of all, man, Devin Haney definitely represents the biggest fight of your career. And did you see him in his last? Obviously, you saw his last fight. What did you think of that performance against Linares?
You know what? I thought he did a tremendous job by, finally stepping up in competition and beating a guy like Jorge Linares, an experienced old fighter, old veteran that is already ending his career. But it was a fight that everybody knew that Devin Haney had to win. And yeah, I mean, I seen a lot of flaws in his game, and I seen a lot of things where I could execute, and I'm planning on doing that December 4th.
Also, a win here over Devin Haney. This obviously puts you in the conversations with the Tank Davises, with the just mentioned right now Ryan Garcia too. But do you feel it catapults you to that level, to that not necessarily that level, but that top?
You know what? I feel like I'm already at that level. I just feel like once I beat Devin Haney, people that are Devin Haney fans and people that are Ryan Garcia fans are finally gonna know and realize who I am. So I feel like Devin Haney it's a tough fight, but it's nothing that I haven't seen before. I just feel like he's bigger than what he really is, and I just got to go out there and take care of business and do what I got to do to come out victorious, and then get another big fight after this.
Thank you, Miguel. All right. Okay. All right. So next up, we are going to take Gail Frankenthal from Community Digital News. Go ahead, Gail.
Thank you, Cecilia. Hi, Jojo. You have been very open and honest about some of your struggles with mental health. Are you, looking back, glad that you disclosed all of this publicly? And then as a follow-up, how are you doing now?
Jojo, you're on mute.
Hi, how you doing? Yes, actually, I'm doing very, very well now. I mean, but you just got to be able to have a strong mental aspect and have a positive mental thought every day, and just know that you could just overcome it. I feel like me expressing and showing to everybody that side of me, kind of, a lot of fighters, they don't want to do that because they feel like they start feeling vulnerable, or they start being weak. But at the end of the day, man, I'm human just like everybody else, and I just want to be that light and that positivity to people that do deal with it outside of being a boxer, and just people that deal with it on the daily. I just want to try to be that inspiration to let them know that it's okay to feel that way, because it is normal and people deal with it daily. And you just got to pray and just know that it's just a thought in your mind, and you can get past it once that thought and that time is there. I mean, it feels like it's always an ongoing forever thing at that moment, but once you get past that moment, there's always brighter and light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm very, very glad that I was able to tell people about my past and what I went through, and all the anxiety and the suicidal thoughts and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, man, I'm very happy that I went through it, because it made me a more wiser and stronger person, both inside and outside that ring. And now I feel like I have a purpose, and I know why I'm here, and that is to be the best fighter that I possibly can be for not only myself, but for my family, for the fight fans, but also for my son. Man, I want to be here, and I want to live, and I want to see my son grow and just do a lot of father-son activities with him. So that right there is one of my main and my biggest inspiration is my son now.
That's wonderful for you. Have you gotten any feedback from fans about this? Have any of them talked to you about being open about this and perhaps their own problems with you?
Yeah, I actually got a couple of, DMs. I still get some here and there where people write to me telling me how they feel depressed or thank you for being that light and that inspiration. And that right there gives me a lot of joy because I know that God has created this door and this opportunity for me to, try to change a lot of lives and try to, inspire the people and try to motivate the people to keep going. So whenever I get those DMs or those comments or those feedbacks, or even when I'm in person, they come up to me and like give me a hug and say thank you during for what you have done and for what you stand for. It's very, very meaningful for me, man. And I always carry that and I always take that to the heart because that's the person that I am. I'm very big as far as, showing a lot of love and showing a lot of respect, but also being that positive inspiration for the youth and for just people my age and just people in general.
Thank you for that, Gail and Jojo. We will take one more reporter, and this is for Luke Kettle from ITR Boxing. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Luke.
Hey, Jojo, I'll just ask both questions real quickly so then you can get back to living your life. How do you view Devin as an inside fighter? And then my follow-up, which is unrelated, but it'll just make things easier, is you fought a lot on Canelo cards on your way up and rising. Do you feel that fighting on those big stages will also prep you for the fight week of this big fight week?
Y'all see they ducked my questions?
Yeah, I feel like Devin's inside game is very, strong. He's very defensive on the inside as well. He knows how to, land uppercuts, land body shots, and then hug and clinch and, try to avoid shots that the opponents are being thrown at him. But I feel like with my inside game, man, I'm very, very compact and I'm very, very, my punches are going to be a lot more shorter and a lot more crisp and a lot more faster than the punches that he has seen before in his professional career, where I'm going to be able to capitalize and land some deadly shots. So I don't know if he's going to try to bang on the inside. If he is going to try to bang on the inside, then it's going to be an early night for us. But I think that the game plan for him is to, like all his other fights, hit and try not to get hit and try to box and try to move around and stuff. So we've been training for every single little thing that he could bring to the table as far as, moving around, creating the angles, creating the distance, me cutting off the ring, me getting to him, but also, banging on the inside and making sure that if he does try to come in with that game plan, thinking that he could overwhelm me with his power or his height, or he thinks he's a bigger guy, then we're ready for that as well. And I think that the Canelo fights and the big stages that I was brought upon, not only with the Canelo fights, man, but as far as the Olympics as well, the Olympic journey was really, really massive and really, really big. So I feel like I've already been on the limelight and been under those bright lights where it doesn't faze me anymore. I just know that I have to, block everything out, be tunnel vision, and know that I got to get the job done, and that people are just there to watch me. But at the end of the day, it's my job, and I got to go out there and still perform and do exactly what I do inside the gym and inside that ring to come out victorious. So I get extremely locked in, and I'm thankful for all the experience that I have endured in my professional and just in my career in general and in my life in general, where it made me, mature and be able to grasp, but also be able to be ready for such big moments.
Thank you, Jojo. Do you want to give any final words to everyone on the call?
Yeah, final words is thank you everybody for coming in and doing the interview with me. I'm very, very excited once again. Like I said, this is a really, really big moment in my life, and for me to be actually living it, and for everybody to be a part of it and a part of this journey that I'm going through in my life is just not overwhelming, but just fulfilling and joyful. So I'm very, very excited to be the best fighter that I possibly can be for the remaining of this camp. And come December 4th, I promise you guys that you guys are going to see the best Jojo Diaz, both physically and mentally. And it's going to be a great night of fighting. And make sure you guys tune in on DAZN.
Thank you, Jojo. And just to close up on Golden Boy side, I'd like to introduce Ernest Abejon from our fighter relations team to say a few words. Go ahead and invite yourself. Yeah.
You guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to say that I've known Jojo since before he left to the Olympics, and the boy that went off to London to the man that he is now is something I've seen and couldn't be any more proud of. He's one of the few fighters in today's age where he'll not only call out a fighter, he'll get it done. Whereas a lot of fighters in today's game, they talk to each other, they go back and forth on social media, but in the end, they let the politics or the machinations behind the promotion of a card do their talking in the end. Jojo's different. When he saw that Javier Fortuna didn't have a dance partner after Ryan backed out, he volunteered to step in and take that fight. And we were more than happy to oblige him on that. And as you saw July 9th, he displayed all the skill sets that he has, the power, the acumen, and the fortitude it took to overcome and defeat Javier Fortuna, who's a champion. The same vein bleeds out right now. I mean, he was scheduled to fight Ryan Garcia. Unfortunately, Ryan backed out and he had a hand injury. And immediately he stepped in and said, I want Devin Haney. I don't care what it takes. Let's get this fight going. And we were happy to oblige that. We made the fight happen with Matchroom. And I'm excited to see what a full camp as a lightweight Jojo Diaz has to offer. He's stronger. He's got more endurance. As you saw with the Fortuna fight, he kept the level of endurance all the way through. And this version of Jojo, I'm sure is Day is going to beat Devin Haney on December 4th in MGM Grand. Like I said, I could not be prouder to represent Jojo, and I'm looking forward to hearing and the new on December 4th.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Jojo, for the time, Ernie for the time, all the media that attended. Like I mentioned, I'll go ahead and send a recording to everyone and along with a transcript. So thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, since they skipped my question for some Dr. Phil shit, I ain't gonna lie, mental health is a big deal, but I'm kind of sick of hearing about it in my boxing, you dig? You know, well, anyway, this is what I was going to ask. I had, my question was going to be, since they're all fighting basically 2 weeks apart, if you don't know, Devin Haney versus Jojo Diaz is on December the 4th. Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz is the next day on December the 5th on Showtime pay-per-view. The week before, next week, November the 27th, is Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos. So my question was going to be, since he said, basically, he said he wants to fight Tank Davis if he wins against Devin Haney. This is what Jojo Diaz said. So I was going to ask, how did he see Teofimo Kambosos going? And why would he, what was his thought process behind wanting to fight Tank Davis over the winner of Lopez versus Kambosos? Obviously, I know it's money, even though there'd be more belts on the line, but still, I get it. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. But I did say once I came back full time, I was going to be more aggressive on these media calls and everything. There was one yesterday or the day before, I forgot. Was it yesterday? You know, asked a couple of questions and we're just going from there, you know? So me personally, I do think Jojo Diaz, you know, is a live dog, but the underdog in this fight. I feel that Devin Haney, if he plays it right and doesn't go out there, you know, to try to prove something like he did against Jorge Linares and just beat himself in box, he won't get cracked. If he goes out there trying to prove something and try to run through Jojo Diaz, then I think that's where he's going to run into some problems like he did against Jorge Linares. But I'm not saying he can't win. He definitely can. And I'm interested, you know, what kind of fight is going to come out there to try to fight? Is going to come out there to try to bully, walk down Devin Haney? Devin Haney is the bigger fighter, remember? Or, you know, is he going to go out there and try to box? You see what I'm saying? So if you don't know, like, we got a busy few weeks in the 135-pound division. Then also remember the second week of December or so, that's when Lomachenko returns against Richard Comey. And I won't be surprised if that's going to be for a WBO mandatory shot. Also, you know, a lot of people, including myself, are wondering if Teofimo Lopez is even going to make weight for George Kambosos. You know, there's been those rumblings around out there. But it'd be a damn shame if he was to lose all those belts on the scale, then go on and beat George Kambosos, but the belts are being fractured. You see what I'm saying? Just my personal thoughts, though. Yeah, Jojo did lose his belt on the scales. And then when he fought for the vacant IBF title, he wasn't on weight either then, right? Because there was something he was saying with the bubble. He didn't have the proper amenities. Yeah, let's go look at it real quick. His resume. 32-1-1 with 15 KOs. Him and Devin Haney are fighting December the 4th on the Zone here in the States and over in the UK. So far, have we heard anything about the undercard? I haven't. Javier Fortuna, Rakhimov, Tevin Farmer. This is his second fight officially at 135. Remember the Rakhimov fight, he missed weight by, geez, look, what was that, 4 pounds he missed weight by? 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds? He went in at 133.5 for the 130-pound title. Remember, he's competed as low as 122 pounds. Like, he is the smaller fighter in there against Devin Haney. With Devin Haney, I can see him competing at 154 one day. Definitely 147. Yeah, I think it's a 50-50 fight. Definitely. Definitely. So the next several weeks are going to be pretty busy. Like, the year is closing out pretty strong for boxing with Crawford Porter. These 135-pound fights coming up. He did say that if the Ryan Garcia fight rolls around again, he's not confident, you know, just, you know, not really quoting, but basically it seems like if the money's there, he really don't want to go through it because Ryan Garcia keep pulling out of fights. You know, yeah, that money's there, but what if you're a waste of money having these camps, you know, and the fight don't happen? There's not that much money in Ryan Garcia yet for you to keep wasting training camp money, you know, hoping that you'll actually get him in the ring. So I kind of see where he's coming from for that. But once again, I wanted to ask him, how did he think that Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz is going to go? Because he's saying that if he wins against Devin Haney, he wants Tank Davis, not Teofimo Lopez or Kambosos winner who will have all the belts. With that being said, I'm getting up out of here. I did do my Dylan White Tyson Fury video, so I'm going to release that momentarily. Also, I didn't get a chance to stream it, but I did cover the Darren Williams versus Frank Gore press conference. Jeez, what the fuck is the world coming to? You know, and did a little quick video on that, and Amanda Serrano versus Miriam Gutierrez. Of course, these are fights on the Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury undercard, December the 18th, exhibition on Showtime pay-per-view, likely $50. I'm T Street Controversy with Fight View 360. I'll see you guys later. Check it.